Hey there, YouTube friends. I am Sir Cracker, and today I'm coming to you from the makeshift grow room, and I have a project that I am actually going to do. And I kind of getting ready to set it all up here. So I've got a baking dish. I'm going to use this as a trough for my cups. I have these solo cups. I've used these actually before, and I have taken a lighter and melted the corners a little bit, so I've got little drainage holes. And then what I'm going to do, when I was just at my friend's house, actually not very long ago, a few minutes ago, I'd say probably about 30 at the most, and they have an apple tree there, and I know it's spring and it's probably not the best time. It's already had its blossoms and all that kind of stuff. And it's really probably not the best time to do this, but what I want to do is, shot here just for a second. I want to take these two cuttings that I have, because I took two cuttings, and I want to put them in these pots and try to root them. So basically, I'm cloning, if you will. The thing is, though, I don't think it's going to work out. But this is what I did. So I took my cuttings, and I got some paper towel, and I got the paper towel wet, and then I wrapped it around my cuttings. Then I took that and put it inside the Ziploc bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition the camera down here so you can see what's going on. It's pretty simple, straightforward. It's no different than cloning of any other kind. So let me move the camera around a little bit and see if I can get you positioned in here. It's kind of hard to do with this tripod. Oh, I think I'm losing it. Ah! Just kidding. Okay. This really weird tripod here. All right. Is it gonna stay? There we go. Good, I can see a little bit. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so what I've got, I went to the grocery store and I just bought the cheapest potting soil I could. And I'm not going to pull it out of the bag, out of this shopping bag, even though you can kind of see what it is. Because it doesn't matter what you use. You can use anything you want. It is no worry whatsoever. If you want to be organic, you can be organic. If you want to use, that miracle stuff, you can do that. It really doesn't matter to me what you use. No. It doesn't really matter what potting mix you use, as long as you have some potting mix. Hold on a second, buddy. So I'm going to show you this potting mix. I've actually bought this a few times in the past, and it's not too bad. It's got perlite in it, and it's got a lot of peat moss in it, and there's a little bit of compost, but nothing major. But it's real simple stuff. So I'm going to take two of these solo cups and mix them up. Now, this potting mix doesn't have any nutritional value whatsoever, other than the little bit of compost that it has, and that's it. I usually have a little stick that I use for making holes, so I'm just going to use my scissors. And do you want to first compact this down just a little bit? Not a lot, just a little bit. Put a hole in the middle and kind of wiggle it around so that you have a place to put the roots, or I should say the roots, a place to put the stem of the apple tree. Do the same thing with this one. Actually, this one looks like it needs a little teeny bit more soil, not a lot. Just dust a little bit on top here. Okay. This is the same thing. You just kind of tamp it down. And then I'll use my scissors to make a hole here in the middle. No big deal. Just like that. Just want a place to slide it into. Okay, then I got my apple cuttings. Now these ones, they're only... I'll keep that one wrapped up while I'm cutting this one. They're only a few inches long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take those same scissors and I'm going to cut off these bottom leaves. I'll even cut this one off too. So that I have just a few leaves at the top, the grow tip, and then that's pretty much all I've got. What I'm going to use is this, excuse me, I'm going to use this potting, or this root hormone. Now, a lot of people tell you, oh, put it in another container. I just do this. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm not a big fuss about, you know, getting the root, the contamination and stuff. It doesn't bother me. And then I will just take it and slip it in there. You know, a little deep. Doesn't really matter. And then cover it up. And then I'll end up watering this in. So I don't know if this is going to take. This might actually die on me. Because I've never done an apple tree before. So I'll have to do a review down the road here and let you know what I'm doing and what happened. But I'm just going to trim these leaves off. The reason why I'm trimming these leaves off is the plant's going to go into shock. And it doesn't need, actually I'll take a little bit of this off too. It doesn't need all that extra growth to have to maintain. So by me getting rid of it, kind of eases it a little bit. At least that's kind of the theory. And so then that way it's not going to be as stressed out. And it can concentrate on rooting instead of trying to maintain leaves, which are going to probably fall off for the most part anyways. So there they are. There's the two apple trees. I don't know what they are. They are supposed to be like, I think he said they were like a golden delicious or something, but I'm not 100,000% sure. So what I'm going to end up doing is I've got all these cups. I am going to fill all of them up with soil. I got more underneath, and I am going to plant my seeds. I have a bunch of cucumber seeds that need to get planted, and I have what else do I have? Cucumbers, and let's see, I got spinach that I could plant, probably won't, and I've got sweet snap peas. So, but I'll probably plant those peas now. I'm not worried about the pumpkins. I've got 2 pumpkins growing out there right now, and the spinach, it doesn't really matter. I can plant those pretty much anytime, and they do great just planting them straight in the soil. Okay, so I've got my little man down here trying to talk to me, but he needs to hold on just a minute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get dirt in these, and I'm going to plant my seeds. And with the magic, of course, of recording a video, all of a sudden, they all have soil in them. Now, I did not compact these down at all. I would like the roots of both the cucumbers and the peas to take up and just grow like crazy. Basically, what's going on, this is a medium for the seeds to grow in. And so it really doesn't matter if there's really any true nutrition or anything like that here, because it's, like I said, it's just a medium. You know, the nutrition and stuff is going to be when I plant them outside. So that is, that's why I'm not too picky. If it's an organic soil, or, you know, a potting mix, or if it's whatever, I'm not too picky about it, because it really doesn't matter. You know, when you start getting, especially with seeds, you get too picky, and then, you know, who knows, it's kind of a waste of money. You know, most of this soil is not going to matter anyways. You know, you're just going to end up, well, that was kind of cool. You're just going to end up throwing most of this soil into your yard, and then it's going to become part of what you got growing on out there, you know, in your garden or whatever. So I'm just going to take these seeds, and the last time I did 2 per deal, and they did fine, but I had 100% germination out of all 4 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these cucumber seeds, I'm going to do 1 per container, and I'm only going to go in about that much, so about just a little over 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to cover it up. And I'm putting them in sideways, which isn't really important necessarily because it'll true itself up. But yeah, you know, I mean, to each is their own. You know, this is not no real science on, you know, you don't have to do it this way or whatever, but just the kind of the way I'm doing it. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and plant all these in cucumbers. I've got a lot of pickles and that kind of stuff this year I'm going to end up doing. So I've got some seeds left over. I'm just going to go ahead and put these back in the pouch, and probably another 2 weeks or so down the road, I might just plant those, and then I will do the same thing I did here with these. And it's just a matter of lightly covering up the seed and then watering. And this is really dry soil, so I probably should water from underneath, but it really doesn't matter at this moment. So just kind of cover up the seeds, tamp them down just a hair. They don't need to be crazy, but the seed needs to be in contact with the soil. Otherwise, it's not going to have a clue that it's even supposed to grow. It might germinate and then die, but you never know. I'm not no expert. Gosh, by all means, I'm like probably the farthest thing from an expert. But this is some really, really nice potting soil. It's just the cheapest stuff I could find, basically. And my biggest thing was it had to be cheap, and it had to have some perlite in it. So, okay, that's pretty much it for that. I have a little thing of water here, and then I'm just going to pour the water. Actually, I think I'm just going to pour it in the tray underneath and let the water soak up through the bottom. And I think I'm going to probably put 2, maybe 3 cups of water in. So, and again, too, I like my water. I don't really care if it's tap water or not. It really doesn't matter at this point. Even, and really, you know, you hear a lot of people all the time, well, make sure you water your plants, you know, with distilled water, or make sure you water your plants with water that's not out of the tap, because you got fluoride in the water, and you've got fluoride, and you have chlorine and stuff in the water, and it kills off the bacteria that's in your potting soil. You know what? I kind of agree with that. You know, to a bit, I kind of agree with that. But, you know, I don't have any bottled water right now that I use, because I use, I'll show you one. No product placement. I use a 2-liter bottle like this one, and then I fill it up with tap water, and then I let it just sit for about a month or so. It doesn't have to really sit that long. And then the chlorine and stuff kind of dissipates after a while. But I don't have any of those available right now. And that's primarily what I use for all my indoor plants. But this is my tomato. It's a cutting that I have. Isn't that pretty? That needs water too. So anyways, those are my cucumbers. they'll sit probably right here and get the light, and then I will give you an update here in a little bit on these apple tree starts, or not even starts. They're apple tree clones, or what they are. I have no hopes. It's kind of the opposite of high hopes. You know, when you have high hopes, you almost know they're gonna do something. These ones, just the opposite. I don't believe they're gonna do anything whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I think they're gonna die in a couple of days. And if this works, I'm gonna go see if I can find some grape tree or grape bushes, grapes. I would like to grow some grapes. So anyhow, that's pretty much it here for me. I am the only Sir Cracker. Yeah, I would like to grow some grapes. So I'm going to try it with this, see if this works. And then I want to try grapes and try some other trees too. I'm seriously thinking about maybe a peach tree or a pear. I think a pear tree would be kind of cool, just to see if I can do it. Anyways, yeah, just to see if I can do it. That's always my thing. I just want to grow it just to see if I can grow it. So, okay, well, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you this. Not so much an update video or anything. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing and my progress and yada yada. I'm the only Sir Cracker. This is the end of Memorial Day, and so I have work in the morning. So I'm going to let you go so I can go to bed. All right, y'all have yourselves a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Kind of cool.